What's up, Mortgage Coach community? Dave Savage here. And I was just having a conversation with the CEO of Homebot, Ernie. What's up, Ernie?
What is going on?
Little virtual fist bump. I like that. I like that. So guys, we're pumped up. We were just kind of having this little mutual like, wow. And we both said, you know what? Let's just throw this live into the Mortgage Coach community and replay some of the stuff that was making us say wow about our mutual products.
We were like hitting each other on our shoulder pads. You were hitting my shoulder pads. You were hitting my shoulder pads. And then you're like, wait. Let's fire this up for the community. I love it.
No doubt. So guys, I'm going to tell you what problems I think this solves. And then Ernie, I want you to share what you think it is. And then let's just dig in, show the product and do it. So guys, I think right now you guys have a lot of business. I mean, I talk to some loan officers that are like, I have more demand than I have business. So two things that I know for sure is everybody still wants to close more loans. Everybody wants more hours in the day, and nobody wants to lose a customer that did a loan with you to someone else. Like, you do not want that happening. If you have a client that wants to refi and is engaged, you want to do that loan with you. So I think the problem that this integration solves for you guys is you're going to lose less of your past customers. If they are like shopping for a mortgage and they want a mortgage, and they have Homebot and they have Mortgage Coach, it's going to be better and faster for the client. And then here's the other thing, guys, and probably the most important thing of all, it's going to give you more hours in the day. Like, it's going to save you time. And then one last problem, and then it's Ernie's turn. I think you're getting shopped. You know, like when I talk to C-suite executives, they're like, yeah, we're giving away price exceptions right and left. I don't know why, but that's a problem. And so we think that our integration will help you save and not lose those customers, save you time, and help you hold price and not get grinded more. So Ernie, what are your thoughts? What are some of the problems you think we're solving?
Well, I will tell a little bit of a history on this. It's kind of funny. When Homebot first started, we had all of our first customers were calling us a refi machine. Oh, Homebot, it's a refi machine. That's the way they were describing us. And, you know, over the last few years, you know, with everything that it does, I'm like, well, yeah, it does refi, but it's so much more. It's an engagement machine. It's an engagement machine. It's not just about refis. It's about engagement and purchase and all, but it's an engagement machine. So I've been fighting that now for 3 years. And it's funny because over the last 60 or 90 days, it's like you cannot ignore the elephant in the room. If you want to call it a refi machine, that's what I'm calling it right now too, because our customers are, you know, obviously have been doing really well in the refi market. But to get to the issue here, it's like with Homebot, you know, Homebot is has always really been tuned around getting your client, your past client, in the ballpark, if you will, that at the right time, right place, right time. But if you think about right place, Homebot is using, you know, averages and approximation. So I always like to say this: Homebot will get your client in the right city, state, stadium, and maybe the section number. And that's usually when you have to call the person over to show you, to help you find your row and your seat number. And so my point is that when it comes to the refi piece of this, we've always kind of just, a Homebot just says, hey, consumer, click here, and it just connects with their loan officer. But now with the Mortgage Coach integration, like Dave was saying, about getting more time out of the day, it's like the Mortgage Coach is what gets them to the right row number and the seat number, or the multiple seat numbers. And so now, instead of the loan officer having to answer the phone and maybe go through a lot of these iterations, by combining Mortgage Coach and Homebot in this experience, the consumer can do that on their own and get them even much further down that path. So ultimately they're just, you know, they got to call you for the popcorn and the Coke or the beer, right?
Yeah, right.
The point is that we all know that's an iterative process. They're going to look at a lot of different combinations, permutations. And to your point, Dave, by combining Mortgage Coach and Homebot in this integration, oh man, like I told you before we got on this, I demoed it for the very first time this morning, and it was a mic drop moment because the person on the other end of the phone knew Homebot, knew Mortgage Coach, but they didn't know that we were integrated.
I love it. Well, we're going to have to do a lot more mic drops, and we're going to drop a mic in just a second. So Shane Kidwell just said Ernie and his team are phenomenal. We love Homebot too. So what's up, Shane? Scott just commented. He's following. So it looks like, man, we've got almost 20 people. We didn't promote this. This was last minute. So there's 20 of you in here right now. If you're watching the recording this, because I know hundreds of people, maybe even thousands, are going to watch the recording. And if you do have questions, Ernie and I will answer those. Just let us know down below. If you are not a mutual customer of either one of ours, we'll also put a link down below in show notes so that you can either sign up for Homebot, sign up for Mortgage Coach. So Ernie, one more problem I think we solve before we show it is I think, you know, loan officers more than ever need to have digital, virtual connections. And I think realtors struggle with that. Like they're, you know, I think they've struggled more than we have with, you know, the COVID quarantine. And so I think, guys, like Homebot is not only a refi machine, but it's a way for you to go to your agents and say, you know what, I'm going to provide value beyond the transaction for both of us. And I think Homebot demoing it by itself, it makes a really good case that, hey, realtor, give me all your data and we'll put it in here. And hey, every pre-call, we're going to put it in here. But now you get to tell the story together of Homebot and Mortgage Coach. Hey, I'm going to help make informed, intelligent decisions. I'm going to do annual reviews, and I'm going to do monthly, and it's all in one platform. Like now, we used to be like two separate platforms.
Yeah.
You had to do double entry. You know, you could have put a conversation around it, but now we make that conversation killer. So with that said, Ernie, why don't you pull up Homebot and let's walk them through how you would go from Homebot to Mortgage Coach if you were talking to a realtor, or even for you guys, how we imagine you using our tools together.
You bet. And you know, but I want to comment on what you just said, Dave, too, because about the realtor. When you put it all together, like we have, so you've got, you know, loan officer, realtor, customer all together now. What I've been saying to agents is that the agent now can give the gift of refi. Now, what does that mean? Well, by giving them Homebot and be able to, and that they could see those combinations and permutations of ways that they could save money. And then by connecting it to the LO, that's the packaging. So where now it's really easy for the agent to go, hey, I'm going to provide this tool and this experience and the engagement, but the gift of refi for those folks who qualify, of course. But pulling it all together makes it easy now for the agent to up their value proposition on the nurturing. And it's cool because, you know, they don't want to take phone calls for loans, but by pulling that lender into this digital experience, it's good for the consumer, it's good for the agent, it's good for the lender. So no doubt. And just some sales scripting for everyone on this. If you were coaching your realtors on this, I would coach it like you're helping the realtor help the family build wealth, optimize the wealth of their home through this Homebot platform. And an example would be, and in the event that you want to see whether a refinance makes sense, boom, click here and watch this. So, you know, the big sell, you know, the big value prop to the consumer is optimizing the wealth on your home. And we're going to help you manage that. And we're going to be proactive. So even if you forget, every month you're going to get the Homebot email. Every year you're going to get the Mortgage Coach annual review. We're gonna coach you. That's why I call it Mortgage Coach. We're gonna become your Mortgage Coach and your Homebot coach. So let's check it out, dude. Cool. So really, I mean, I will I'll just present Homebot, you know, in terms of, okay, this is Ernie, the fictitious LO with Demo Mortgage. This is Christy, one of my clients. She owns a home. So of course she's in Homebot. For those of you all haven't seen this, you know, Homebot is this portal that does what Dave said. It helps the client see their home as an asset and build wealth. So there's a lot of cool things in terms of tracking. They can track the you know, their market. Is it heating up? Is it cooling down? Buyer's market, seller market, all that kind of cool stuff. And so there's this whole tracking part. that tells them, obviously, it tracks their home value, their loans, their equity, how much they pay towards principal interest. But here's where it gets fun. It's not just about tracking, it's about personalized intelligence. In other words, how do we help the consumer understand the possibilities to build wealth faster, to save money, kind of the same thing. And let's start and let's take a look at this refi module. So first of all, this refi module is pretty slick insofar that it's simple. Green is good and red is bad. So people get, just at a glance, can see based on current average rates, would they save money over the life of their loan? Now, what's neat about this is that if it defaults to them being in their home 10 years, but if they say, hey, I'm only going to be in my house for 5 years, now that pulls in things like a 7/1 arm and that sort of thing. So it's already accounting for how long they anticipate staying in their home, which, as we know, that by itself is valuable. So that's the way it works. They can look at more options like this, but here's—
Hey, Ernie, before you go on, I just want to hit a few questions. So one, Kevin just said, just started with Homebot, love the product. So Kevin, we're going to show you how to hook Mortgage Coach up to it. Julie said, I've been looking into this. I want to get set up. So Julie, links down below. If you already are a member of both, in a few minutes, we're going to show you how to turn that on. So we're going to do customer support. Dennis Clark said, what's the concept here? I don't know the Homebot side. So Darren, I don't know how much you heard of what we already shared, and this will be in our YouTube channel, and you can go back and listen from the beginning. But right now you are looking at the consumer experience, like the family. So the homeowner that gets this, you are looking at Homebot from a consumer's perspective and all the functionality they have. So Ernie, I don't think we need to go back and repeat everything, but I just wanted to connect a few dots for people that are engaging in our conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. And the consumer, this is a portal that an LO would give to all their clients and to all their prospects, and it's uniquely theirs. Each individual client has their very own portal, and it's tracking for them and providing this intelligence. And so this refi module, obviously, these are all, this is all based on Freddie Mac averages. This is what I was talking about before, just getting people in the ballpark. And it used to be when people would say, yeah, that's cool, but what's my rate? It would just be a connection to call or text the loan officer. But now with Mortgage Coach, when they say, what's your rate? It comes in here, it says, get a detailed breakdown. Get a detailed breakdown. And now you can see, it says Mortgage Coach, and this is saying, hey, we're working with a Mortgage Coach. So me as a LO here, this is where now my Mortgage Coach is integrated with Homebot, and the consumer can say, let's do it.
And guys, and now we're working. Our technology is working magic together, and all that data input you would have had to do in Mortgage Coach, put in their name, put in the information, get it started, like, boom, guys, like, boom. We've created magic here.
Like the communication, and now, boom, there's the gift. You got a current loan, now you have a refi option, and right here, the consumer could say, I want to see it now. And when they click, you can probably guess what they're going to see. They get to go right into the Mortgage Coach experience. And this is, I'll click to accept this disclosure, and boom, there it is. There's that 15-year fixed option. Now, let me just explain real quick what else you're seeing in here. I've been demoing this like nonstop ever since this morning. So it's updating this, but it's just for this, obviously, this particular homeowner, because that's my demo account. But let me go back for a second and show you how it gets even cooler, really. It's so far is that I can go back to my refi options in Homebot, and I'm on this carousel. So maybe I want to look at the 25-year fixed now. I just click detailed options again, and Homebot and Mortgage Coach are talking. I'll say view it now, and guess what? Now I get to, now all it's going to do is update that TCA that to a 25 into a 25-year fixed. I can go back now into Homebot. So you can see there's a TCA there. This is another cool thing for you Homebot users out there, is like once it's done a TCA in this session, it remembers that. So you can see as I go through these options here, oh, I haven't gotten a detailed breakdown for that. That already has a TCA. That already has a TCA. Oh, you know what? I think I want to get a 30-year fix too. So I click get detailed breakdown. And this is the last time I'll do it. I just love watching it work.
I like it too. I like it. Watching our babies grow and work together is nice.
So cool. And then again, I didn't reset this whole thing so you can see that it's rolling off some options or whatever. But now you say, now I can see the 25 and the 30-year stacked right up next to each other. So this is like the coup de grace, really. It's like now it's getting people all the way to the seat, and they get them into this TCA that really helps them go deeper and actually see some optionality. So super pumped about getting this in the water, Dave. I just think the LOs that are using both of our products are going to love this.
Yeah, and guys, this is not only a gift to our mutual users. This is a mortgage industry, real estate industry innovation. This is, most realtors don't know about this, and they want to. Most families don't know about this. They absolutely want it. I have yet to ever have a family that is either a homeowner or wants to be a homeowner and shown them a TCA and them going, what? I mean, one of my favorite testimonials last year was a military Marine who was like, after getting that total cost analysis, it made me want to find my past 2 lenders and punch them in the face. So they want Mortgage Coach. They want Homebot. And now the 2 hottest technology companies in the mortgage space are working together. So Ernie, anything else you want to show this before we show our customers how to set it up?
It's funny because as we were doing that, I was like, who's texting me during this demo right now? And I was like, oh, I'm texting me. This is kind of cool too. So as soon as your client says get detailed breakdown, like let's just do it again because you know how much I enjoy doing this. As soon as I do that, the Homebot system texts texts me to say that Christy, this client, wants to learn more about 7-1 ARM, and they just generated a TCA. And then of course, Mortgage Coach, when Christy actually goes and views it, of course, Mortgage Coach is then telling you that she actually viewed it. So that way, it's kind of cool that you're going to get a heads up when they're generating the TCA, because you never know. People might get distracted. It might be time for dinner or whatever. And then, of course, actually seeing the TCA. So that click stream, super valuable because, as Alec Baldwin said many moons ago, the guy doesn't walk on the lot unless he wants to buy. If someone generated that TCA, you should pick up the phone and call them, or at least be ready to call them after they look at the TCA.
Hey, Ernie, I grabbed the screen real quick because I also want to show you guys. So if you are in Mortgage Coach, you're getting that alert. And then you remember, guys, you have this automated tab. And we integrate with a lot of different folks, CRMs, LOSs, point of sale solutions. So for every integration you have with Mortgage Coach, whenever that TCA is created, it's going to show up in this automated tab. Now, as a reminder, folks, typically we don't have integrations with individual loan officers in our broker edition. We only have integrations with our corporate clients. We can't turn on Optimal Blue for a handful of loan officers. Got to turn that on at the main power switch. But Optimal Blue, if you use that integration, it would show up here. But the cool thing about Homebot, guys, is that our broker edition, everybody, whether you're an enterprise customer of Mortgage Coach or whether you're an individual broker edition of Mortgage Coach, you can turn this on. So Ernie, let's show them how to do that. Let's go into Homebot, and I'm gonna time Ernie, by the way, guys. So Ernie, I'm gonna time you. I'll tell you when the clock started.
All right.
So let's see how long it takes Ernie to set up.
One second. I'm actually doing it from the beginning.
When you log in, by the way, I'm just gonna hit the timer, so you will have no time. Like, log in. Tell me when you're logged in and I can start the timer.
Okay. That's okay. I knew you were going to do this to me.
That's all right. So he is the CEO of the company and the founder, but the guy's pretty good around a computer. All right. The clock's starting.
Okay.
Okay, guys, we started the clock. We want to see how long it takes. the CEO and founder of Homebot, to
Fuck yet. I got to get to my part in, so mortgage
go to
coach.
settings, everybody.
Remember, I'm a new user of mortgage coach.
That's okay. Go to contact.
All right,
Scroll
all right.
down, everybody. Scroll down. Like, did you see that? He went to settings,
I'll
contact.
I'll get back over there.
Down.
I'm ready now. I'm ready.
Okay, I'll start over.
All right.
Ready? Go.
Okay, so I'm in my Homebot panel and I want to customize it. And I go into customize and it's like, there's mortgage coach. I want to link with mortgage coach. And I say, oh, it wants my API key. I got to come over to get my API key. So there it is. I go to settings. I go to contact. I come down here and I go, oh, there it is. My API key. I copy the API key. I come back over to my Homebot. I paste that in, but that's not, there it is. And then I got to put in my email account on my mortgage coach, Ernie at
Mortgage coach user email account.
Yep, there it is. Review for TCA. No, I want people to immediately see it. And then I save and finish. Boom. It's integrated.
44 seconds, everybody. 44 seconds, less than a minute.
I can cut 5 seconds off, man. Let me do it again.
All right. We'll take 5 seconds off. So, Ernie, let's do this because I want to also make sure we explain to people those 3 strategic options. So, when you are API key, mortgage coach login, and then you have a strategic decision to make. Could you walk us through those real quick?
Yes. And but we're gonna set this up because right now it kind of locks in what you want, and we're gonna be rolling out a new update to allow you to change it if you want to go back and forth. So this is really important. So right here, as I was setting that up, there are 3 different options. The first option is review before Homebot auto sends TCA. What that means is that that flow I was showing you earlier, that your client won't be able to see the TCA live because there is a timer that's going to hold it for you to review before it then auto sends an email to the client to be able to see that TCA. And what this does is that it makes sure that if you are an LO where you don't want people looking at TCAs before you get eyes on it, this feature allows you to do that. That make sense, Dave?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then,
go ahead.
Option number, and by the way, in that scenario, there's a timer on it that says embargo the TCA to give you a chance to look at it and review it before the client's able to see it. And then it'll automatically send. So if you do nothing or you forget, then the client's going to get their TCA before you had a chance to get eyes on it. Scenario 2, right here that I've highlighted, no review. That means you're just like, hey, I'm comfortable enough to where how your mortgage coach is set up and the way it's going to present. And that as soon as they request it, and that was the flow I showed you all a little while ago, they get immediately to the TCA. By the way, they're also getting emailed the TCA from mortgage coach as well.
So time out, guys. That is, I do believe most top producers will pick that. I know I would pick that. You know, it's all about speed to lead. And I want my family to get that immediate response. Even how Ernie did the carousel. Like if you didn't, that carousel wouldn't work the same if you didn't give it to them immediately. And so you're giving the family faster insight and you're getting the gun. Like, hey, the gun went off. If I have time, I can go in there and tailor it. I can put a video on it. And if I don't have time, I'm still removing the friction. Now, here's the thing, guys. This is a new integration. That's what I would do. That's what I think top producers will do. I have not interviewed top producers to find out what they're really going to do. So if you're watching this right now and you have either turned on the integration or you're thinking about it, I want to know what you want to do. Like this is one of those things where Ernie and I want to learn what do you guys want in the trenches? Like, and these are the 3 options we give. And I think we covered it, you know, like, hey, well, I'll let you finish the 3 options and then we'll talk about it.
When you want the system to embargo the TCA, you can actually customize the time. So it could be an hour, a day, 3 days, or even a week. So you can tune, if you do it that way, you can still tune the embargo. But obviously, Dave, you're right. Even when I demo, I like the immediate gratification that you can give the consumer by them being able to see the TCA. So that's the least strict. The most strict is where to send the TCA yourself when you're ready, which is basically they're not gonna, there is no embargo. That basically the monkey is on your back. It is your job to go in to Mortgage Coach and look at that thing, do what you want to do to it, and then manually send that right out of Mortgage Coach. But the point is, I think exactly what you said, Dave. We want to learn to find out what if there's 5 other scenarios. We're going to build 5 other scenarios. We want to make sure that it dials into the way you use Mortgage Coach in real life, and how you want to use it in this new integration.
So we've got over 20 people now. We've got some, industry leaders, man. We got Scott Groves, coach, industry influencer. We got Ryan Hills. So we got Julie. We've got Gallagher. We got a lot of very top performing, influential people in the mortgage business. So that's pretty cool. If you guys do have questions, let us know. And then remember, guys, we would like to know what you are going to do. So please let us know in comments, whether you're watching the recording or you're live. And then Kevin just said, let's see, well, I just crossed off what Kevin said. There we go. Kevin, people really need to pay attention. This is a game-changing integration. Oh, Kevin, I like this. Not just loan officers, but clients, realtors, and financial advisors. I am telling every client I give them a monthly statement on their equity position. So Kevin, 3 things I like about what you just said. 1, you said some really nice things about the integration. So fist bump for that, dude. And then 2, you gave some scripting, guys. I tell every client I'm giving them a monthly statement on their equity position, guys. So that's just good scripting on how you want to describe this when you're talking to families. Ernie, anything else you want to make sure we cover?
No, man, I just want to emphasize what you said about feedback when people use this, because this is just the beginning. Obviously, there's I know you and I have a lot of ideas, but I really, really know that we're going to benefit greatly from our shared customers giving us the specific ways they want to use these our two systems together.
Beautiful. So one last thing I want to give you guys. So if you need to watch this again, rewatch it again. It is so easy to set up. While we're always here to support you, and you can use our online chat feature, which I recommend. It's the most dynamic and fastest way to get support from Mortgage Coach. And you can also email support@mortgagecoach.com with any questions. But I also want to show you, like, if you're a C-suite executive and you want to talk to Ernie or I want to give you a breadcrumb. So if you go to Mortgage Coach website, you go to Connect, and you go to Partners. So we have a partners page that shows all of our integrations. Scroll down a little bit, and where is the Homebot? I missed it. Oh, there it is. Homebot, right in the middle of the page, next to Social Survey. If you click Learn More, this is just a great place for you to get some resources. You want to get a PDF that shows the guide. You want to watch a quick video. You want to get a one-pager to go to your manager and go, hey, I need this. We've given you a little resource to do that. So I'll put a link to this also down below. Ernie, any support feedback you want to give, or anything you want to tell your members?
Well, on your admin, as you know, in the bottom right-hand corner, there's a little pink button there, so you can ask our customer support anything, anytime. If you start typing in Mortgage Coach, it probably links you to Mortgage Coach materials. But just go into your admin, your Homebot admin, and ask a question, or just type in Mortgage Coach and you should be there. And for those of you who aren't on Homebot, our URL is just homebot.ai. Click on lenders, and there should be everything that you want to know in there.
Cool. Hey, we hope you got value from this. We hope you become a member if you're not already. If you're not, you are losing at least one loan. I always tell people, if you're not using Mortgage Coach, you're going to lose at least one loan a month. And now I can tell people that if you're not using both of us, you're losing at least 2 loans a month. And if you listen to most of our mutual users, it's a lot more than that you're losing if you're not using both of us. So share your success stories. So if you do get a win or you have a success as a result of our relationship and the partnership, share that down below, and share that in the Mortgage Coach Facebook group. We are going to be aggressively marketing this partnership over the next, for the rest of the year. And we're looking for success stories. We're looking for loan officers that had something really cool happen and we'd like to share that as part of our marketing. So let us know if you have a win. Take care, you guys.